Good day, we're Apex, and in this strategic marketing report, a comprehensive analysis is undertaken focusing on Epson's key rivals, HP and Canon, along with an examination of the printer and imaging industry's landscape. Now let us start with value chain analysis. Feel free to pause the video to focus on the specifics of each company's value chain analysis. For the procurement, while the specific details of procurement practices may vary between Epson, HP, and Canon based on factors like industry dynamics and corporate culture, there are fundamental similarities such as maintaining inventory of parts and raw materials which reflect the best practices in the procurement across many companies in the printing industry. For marketing and sales, while Epson, HP, and Canon are competitors in the printing and imaging industry, they differ in their product offering given that HP offers personal computers, Canon offers cameras, and Epson specializes on printing and imaging devices. In the realm of operations, Epson, HP, and Canon share a lot of similarities despite their differences in organizational structure and product offerings. All three companies engage in manufacturing processes to produce their products and at the same time outsource some components to third-party manufacturers, also adopting principles of lean manufacturing which can help streamline their operations and reduce waste and improve efficiency. For outbound logistics, while specific dates may vary based on factors such as geographic location and product characteristics, Epson, HP, and Canon, being prominent players in the printing and imaging industry, share some similarities in their outbound logistic processes, such as distribution centers strategically located to facilitate efficient distribution of their products. For after-sales service, Epson, HP, and Canon prioritize after-sales service and support. The companies all provide technical support to assist customers with product setup, troubleshooting, and maintenance. Their warranty period differs on the product you are purchasing and the services you avail. For procurement, the companies share a lot of similarities, like employing rigorous processes to select suppliers based on criteria such as quality, reliability, cost effectiveness, and adherence to ethical standards, but differ in contract since Epson focuses on long-term contracts while HP purchases some of their components from single-source suppliers under short-term agreements. These companies differ in size, thus explaining their differences in workforce, Epson having 79,000, HP having 59,000, Canon having 184,000 employees. For their infrastructure, while Epson, HP, and Canon share common infrastructure elements to support their operation, differences in their management, namely Epson having centralized management, HP having 6 business segments, and Canon having subsidiaries and affiliates in different locations. And lastly, for technology and development, Epson, HP, and Canon share a commitment to customer-centric innovation, rigorous quality assurance, cross-platform compatibility, investment in emerging technologies, collaborative partnerships, and sustainability in their technology and development practices. Epson and HP focuses on inkjet innovation, while Canon on electrophotography and inkjet innovation.
Moving on to the Rio analysis, shown on the screen is for HP, and then for Canon, and lastly for Epson. So all three companies exhibit competitive parity in their resources and capabilities, particularly in terms of brand recognition, skilled workforce, and investments in R&D. However, as the market leader, HP maintains a sustained competitive advantage through its diverse product lineup. This advantage stems from its innovative approach to integrating elements of PCs, laptops, printers, and tablets, resulting in versatile and cutting-edge devices. HP excels in its ability to combine various features seamlessly within its products.
Moving on to the financial analysis of the companies Canon and HP, which are the two main rivals of Epson. So Canon's revenue demonstrated consistent growth from year 2020 to year 2023. In year 2023, the majority of the revenue stemmed from the products and equipment segment, with the remaining portion attributed to the services segment. So for Canon's operating costs and expenses, it rose steadily from year 2020 to year 2023. In year 2023, the majority of these expenses were allocated to cost of sales, followed by selling, general, and administrative expenses, with research and development expenses making up the rest. On the other hand, Canon's profitability ratio steadily increased from 2020 to year 2023, reaching 8.98% in the latter year. This indicates an improving trend in the company's ability to generate profit relative to its revenue. The stability in Canon's cash and cash equivalents from 2020 to year 2023 indicates consistent liquidity levels. This suggests that while the company's profitability improved, it maintained a steady cash position, potentially balancing investments, operational expenses, and other financial commitments without significant fluctuations. Moreover, Canon's increasing current assets from year 2020 to year 2023 signify improved liquidity and potentially strengthened financial stability. Furthermore, despite fluctuations, the manageable current liabilities led to a relatively stable current ratio over the same period. This indicates Canon's ability to meet its short-term obligations, which is crucial for operational continuity and financial health. Moving on to Canon's asset turnover ratio, which is consistently below 1, which indicates that it generates less revenue per unit of assets. However, the steady increase in total assets from year 2020 to 2023 suggests a strategic approach to asset management, focusing on stability and long-term growth rather than maximizing short-term revenue. This approach may contribute to Canon's overall financial stability and resilience, reflecting prudent investment in its operations. For Canon's return on equity, it improved consistently from year 2020 to 2023, reaching 8.20% in the latter year. This signifies increasing profitability relative to shareholder equity, indicating improved efficiency in generating profits from investments made by shareholders. Moving on to HP's financial analysis, where HP's revenue declined from 2021 to 2023. In 2023, the majority of the revenue came from their personal systems segment, with the remainder from their printing services segment. For HP's operating costs and expenses, it decreased from 2021 to 2023. In 2023, the majority of these expenses were attributed to cost of revenue, indicating the significant portion of revenue allocated to production-related expenses. The distribution of expenses across various categories suggests ongoing investments in research and development, alongside selling and general administrative functions. Next, we have HP's profitability ratio fluctuating from 2020 to 2023, with a slight decrease in 2023. This may indicate challenges in maintaining consistent profitability over the years. Meanwhile, the company's cash and cash equivalents decreased from 2020 to 2022, but showed a slight increase in 2023. This suggests potential variability in HP's liquidity position, which could be influenced by factors such as investment activities or changes in operating expenses. For HP's current assets, it fluctuated from 2020 to 2023, showing a decrease in 2022 followed by a slight increase in 2023. Meanwhile, total liabilities decreased consistently over the same period. Despite the variability in current assets, the current ratio improved in 2023 compared to previous years, indicating enhanced liquidity and a better ability to cover short-term obligations. So for HP's total assets, it fluctuated slightly from 2020 to 2023, with a decrease observed in 2023. Meanwhile, asset turnover is consistently above 1 from 2020 to 2022, and a decrease in 2023. This shows that HP generally demonstrated efficient utilization of its assets to generate revenue. However, the decline in 2023 suggests a potential decrease in revenue generation relative to its asset base, which could signify challenges in maintaining previous levels of efficiency or changes in business dynamics impacting asset productivity. For HP's return on equity, it remained negative across all fiscal years from 2020 to 2023. A negative ratio suggests that the a company's net income was insufficient to cover its shareholder equity. This indicates financial challenges and inefficiencies in utilizing shareholder investments, which could raise concerns about HP's profitability and financial stability. In our analysis of Epson, HP, and Canon, we evaluate four key ratios: profitability, liquidity, efficiency, and return on equity. Epson's profitability saw an initial surge followed by a slight dip, while HP exhibited fluctuating profitability and Canon demonstrated consistent growth. Regarding liquidity, Epson and HP faced fluctuations in their current ratios, while Canon maintained stability. In terms of efficiency, Epson's asset turnover approached 1. HP maintained relatively high turnover, and Canon showed improvement until 2022. Regarding return on equity, Epson's trend was generally increasing. HP's remained consistently negative, and Canon demonstrating steady growth.
For current strategies, we have here from Epson, HP, and Canon. The highlight on Epson is of their environmental and DX initiatives, which helps in the growth and sustainability of the company. In HP, they focus more on their growth opportunities and optimizing their portfolio and simplifying the operating model. For Canon, their main thrusts are on their product differentiation, in strengthening competitiveness, and also improvement of group-wide productivity. For the critique on these companies, we have here from Epson, which is more on the functional structure. Financial concerns are present in terms of the dip in the ROE, a decrease in comprehensive income, and also a low asset turnover. For HP, it shows that they are dependent on other companies for the hardware and software of their products. Financial concerns can be seen by their negative ROE, a declining revenue, and also a low current ratio. While for Canon, negative employee reviews on their pay, management, and career progression issues are frequent in cons in Glassdoor. They also have financial concerns regarding their low asset turnover.
Now for the Pestle analysis. First, for political factors, is that printer manufacturers are under pressure to follow World Trade Organization rules for computer peripherals. Tax compliance for printers include manufacturing, labor, and other services, so governments are considering specific taxes on computer peripherals to reduce the tech sector's carbon footprint. Lastly, these firms must tailor policies to meet industry-specific regulations in each country they operate. For economic factors, the Asia-Pacific region, led by industry giants like Canon, Epson, Ricoh, Fujifilm, and Brother based in Japan, is set to dominate the market with the largest share growing at a CAGR of 5.9%. Meanwhile, North America's printer market is also projected to grow steadily with a compound annual growth rate of 3.5%. For sociocultural, in fact, as shown in the previous part, the printer market is still growing, and this can be attributed to the broad use of printers in a variety of industries, including government, enterprises, households, offices, and schools. Next would be the different corporate social responsibility and sustainability plans in which businesses can pursue to promote themselves to the market. For technological factors, first, product enhancements driven by innovation and digital integration include easy-to-replace toners, less frequent paper loading, voice-activated printing, and reduced printing interruptions. Next, advancements like AI, machine learning, data analytics, and Internet of Things and automation have significantly personalized communications and technology, allowing for a high level of customization and utility in computer peripherals. For legal factors, encompass data protection, workplace health and safety laws, employment regulations, and the protection of intellectual property rights, including patents, copyrights, and other IPR rights. Inadequate protection in these areas can have a significant impact on firms. Lastly, for environmental factors, these components can cause soil, water, and landfill pollution. Another constraint to consider is carbon emissions, which contribute to the total carbon footprint of companies using these products. In fact, it was found that regular offices use printers which account for approximately 10% of overall energy use.
Next part is the Porter's 5 forces analysis, and this is a quick overview of each force and their consequences. Starting with the threat of potential entry, which is deemed as weak because there is a high capital requirement to enter the market. Extensive research is also required before a new entrant can successfully launch a product. There is presence of incumbent market leaders which already have established their distribution channels and relationships among suppliers. They have patents and intellectual properties and economies of scale at their advantage. There is also unexpected retaliation. However, there is still a possibility that members in related industries will expand to this segment because of the 5.7 growth rate. For the threat of substitutes, which is deemed as moderate, there is a rising trend of digital document storage nowadays, especially that files can now be saved even in smartphones. Scanning and saving electronic copies is also way affordable than printing hard copies. Electronic copies saved in mobile phones and tablets are considered as on-the-go and less hassle substitutes of printed documents. However, physical printing remains a necessity for many tasks, especially in education, medical, and other commercial fields. For the bargaining power of suppliers, this force is deemed as weak to moderate because most firms in the industries have multiple suppliers across the globe. Switching costs for certain components are also not that high since most are standardized parts. High volume purchases provide firms the ability to negotiate cheaper pricing with suppliers, and some have their own manufacturing facilities for specific components, increasing dependency on external vendors. However, it is worth noting that some firms may have specialized suppliers for specialized components, which entail proprietary technology or need a considerable investment from new supplier to produce. And lastly, prices for key components such as plastic and rare earth metals often fluctuate due to external factors. These costs rise dramatically, suppliers may have greater negotiating power. The bargaining power of buyers in this industry is deemed to be moderate to high because multiple manufacturers lower buyers' reliance on a single brand. While there is some brand differentiation, basic functionalities remain the same across brands. This allows customers to readily compare pricing and features. These pricing and features are widely available online, making comparisons much easier. And individual consumers and businesses can postpone purchases in this industry if prices are high. And lastly, there is low switching cost for individual customers with basic printers, while high switching cost for businesses with specialized needs. The rivalry among existing firms is deemed as high because of the numerous established firms. There is a high cost of printer research and production facilities, and a comparable main functionalities making pricing an important competitive factor. Buyers' low switching costs also strengthens the force and the high exit costs in this industry. Rapid technological advancements intensify competition, and the companies are continuously introducing new models with enhanced features or reduced prices. Shown in this slide is a strategic group mapping of printer manufacturers based on their perceived value and the number of product selection. As seen, the direct competitors of Epson are Canon, HP, Brother, and Kyocera, while other players in the industry include Ricoh, Konica Minolta, Sharp, Lexmark, and Xerox. The analysis categorizes companies into different strategic groups to understand their positioning in the market.
For the future key success factors, we have here 5 main areas. First is the R&D and technological advancements, which concerns the continuous improvements in terms of offering a more diverse and innovative product range. Next, we have here the product quality and performance in terms of the products being sold in the market. We also have here the cost efficiency, which should be in line with the reduction of cost in creating the product without compromising its quality. Next is to have an efficient supply chain management to minimize costs and maximize profits. And lastly, having strong distribution networks and highlighting the importance of companies' wider reach in terms of presence in different locations. That concludes the external analysis conducted by Apex Consulting Group. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please do share them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like and share. Thank you for watching.